G'day everyone, Master Rabbit here from CapsuleComputers.com. Today we're going to be reviewing Dungeon Hunter 2 from Gameloft on the Apple iPhone. Now, anyone familiar with the original game, Dungeon Hunter from Gameloft? It's a top-down, kind of angled from the top. You can see the character action RPG, similar to the hack and slash type of games like the Diablo. Now this one here is very good, a nice update from the original one. It's got a lot of hours of gameplay in it and the graphics have been vastly improved. So what I'm going to do is, I know you're reading the review at the same time, but I'm just going to run you through just the basics. I'm not going to give you too much of a rundown. I'm not going to go into too much and give you any spoilers. I'm going to show you how the gameplay works. It's compatible with... First off, starting off, it's compatible with Gameloft Live, up in the top corner here. I'm not going to log into it, but I have already kind of logged in anyway, to tell you the truth. But it's compatible with Gameloft Live and also Apple's Game Center. As you can see right there, Master Rabbit's just signed in, and he's got a few friends. And if you want, you can check and play with your friends on Gameloft Live or through Game Center. Alright, so pretty much, as you can see, graphically, the game looks much more visually stunning. You have only 2 save game slots to actually choose from. So you've got, for instance, I've started 2 new games just to give you an example of what's going on. So I've got one character at level 7, and I've chosen a rogue, and another one here which I'm going to show you just in a minute. We're going to create a new character. Pretty much, the game is you can play single player or solo. Option-wise, not too exciting, not too different. You know, you've basically got 2 type of controls. You've got the virtual stick and also the touch. So basically, wherever you touch on the screen, it'll go. You've got the HUD fixed in different locations as well. You've got auto transmute. Basically, auto transmute, which you've probably already read in the review, sells and removes items as soon as you pick them up. So for example, items that you don't need, they'll be sold straight away. Audio and pretty much language and auto orientation, very simple stuff. Alright, so for example, let's go in there and create ourselves a new character, and I'll show you what available characters there are. So we'll create a new character. We'll call this guy, we'll just call him Test. Pretty tough name. Click on Start, confirm him, and start him up. Now, basically, who you can choose from in this game is a warrior. Now, what Gameloft have done in this one here is they've included subclasses. So once you reach level 12, from warrior, you can then branch off and become a berserker or a crusader, as it says down the bottom there. So then after that, you've got different skills to choose from. And then you've got a rogue, and the rogue turns into a death walker or an archer. A death walker would probably be something like an assassin, a hardcore assassin. So yeah, that's a good way to follow. Go down if you want to be evil. Then you've got a mage who's probably the weakest character to start with, but then if you play your cards right, this guy can become very deadly and very strong down the track. So the mage can also take the path down to become a shadow mancer or an illusionist. So just for the sake of this, what we'll do is we'll go back and choose a fighter just to make it very simple. Alright, so we'll confirm him up. Alright, so that's pretty much what you can only do at the beginning of the game. So you can start off the game and that's it, you're ready to go. So as you can see, level 1 character, you're going to be starting in the Boglands, normal difficulty, and that's it. Now, starting the game, this is the most important part really. You can play single player or you can play multiplayer, as you can see there. Multiplayer allows you to play via local wireless, just with your friends. You got a couple of friends over here, everyone's got the game, you can play local wireless, connect to your local network and just bang, start on. You got Bluetooth, works the same way, and then you've got your online, which is probably the most fun when you can play against your friends online, if they're at their house and you're at your house, or you can play against randoms. Whatever you choose, whatever takes your fancy. So for example, you got your Gameloft, make sure you have an account. I've got my account there, as you can see, Master Rabbit here. And then you connect in. Once you connect in, then you've got the option of hosting a game or joining a game. So for example, now this is one thing you've really got to understand. Now, you can join, your character pretty much can play in a solo game, playing on his own, and just goes through the storyline as per usual, or he can join a game, and when he joins a game, pretty much what happens is, just refresh and see if hopefully there'll be some rooms in here. If not, we'll be up. There you go. Now, as you can see, you got a room in here. You got three guys in there already, and they're playing the prison break. So let's go in there and select that, so we don't get out of here, so we don't lose our spot. So basically, what happens is, see how I've just created a brand new character. Now, that character can be played in single player mode at any time, and also can be played online. So as you can see right now, there's my character running around, and as you can see, you've got other characters playing on the screen as well. So you got that guy there, right there, and you've got another guy there who's just sitting around. Okay, so we got two characters here. Looks like the other ones have gone. So playing multiplayer pretty much lets you play via play that specific level with your friends or with other people altogether. Now, as you can see, basically what happens is when you're playing online, if the lag is a little bit slow or laggy, or if the internet's pretty laggy, pretty much you cop a little bit of delays and when you're attacking and stuff like that. And then from there, you just got to make sure everyone pretty much follows the same path. Because what happens is some people just run off and do certain things without showing what's going on, and then all of a sudden you're magically transported over to another location. Now, as you can see, the characters can be it can be the same type of characters. They can be it can be warriors, magicians, anything you like. So the way this one works is you're pretty much playing and following a storyline on the level, basically online, and once you leave here, anything that you collect, see we're collecting stuff on the ground right now, anything you collect and all the XP you basically gather in this pretty much stays with you and continues on in your single player adventure. Now, one other thing you've got to pretty much remember is once you have completed a level, even in multiplayer, you go back in single player, for example, when you kill a kill a boss. That boss will then not appear when you're playing single player mode. So for example, we are now in, like I said, the online multi. What we can do now, if I want, we can jump out, go back to the main menu, go yes, and I'll show you, that was multiplayer. Okay, now see, jumping over to that one there, see I've now become a level 2 warrior. Okay, so then what if I want to go in and play a single player adventure? This will pretty much load up. Basically, what I can also say is that the load times are very quick on this, which is very good. I'm playing this on iPhone 4. So as you can see, I was starting halfway through the other level, but now once I've gone in and started my own game, it would hopefully start from the beginning. I know I started with another character before my rogue. He started online and right at the beginning where we are right now, and it didn't take me there. So if I wanted to, you can take yourself back to the beginning of the stage and it will load up, and it will take you through the start of the game. So as you can see right now, this is the beginning. You got the characters here, Renee, who follows you around in the first section of the game and follows you around for a while. I'm not going to give you any spoilers. But one thing that it doesn't do, and I'm kind of disappointed I didn't, because I thought that this would have happened in the second, sequel, is that there's no talking. You can basically just have to read it. So no text, no voice acting. So just reading, and then once it's finished, you just continue on with your action. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump out of here, and this is the single player. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how single player works. And the way I'm going to show you with single player is I'm going to jump back through and use my other character, where a few things we've already leveled up a few times, and I'll show you how everything works with the menu systems and stuff like that. So just jump back out. Alright, so here's my level 7 rogue, so we'll start him up, start the game once again, go into single player, and I'll show you how all the menu systems and everything works and the way you fight and all that sort of stuff. Alright, so it's jumping back out here, let's go back into here. Now basically I'm still in the prison here. So what I'm going to do is walk you through a few of the extra little, a few of the things. Now down the bottom here you've got your attack. Now once you do target on an enemy, it will constantly attack unless you get knocked back or or stopped, and then you've got to continue on again. You've also got your magic, your abilities basically, you got your attacks. Then you've also got your little friend Celeste up there, who's a little fairy, and the fairy also each fairy has a special ability. Celeste's got electricity bolt, so if you just use it, as you can see, if there was an enemy there, the Celeste will actually hurt him. Up the top there, you've got your potions that you can use for your health, and on the left hand side up the top there you've got your energy bar, you've got your experience green bar, which you can't see because I haven't gained any more from level 7 forward, your health, and your mana. Alright, so if we jump into the menu system hasn't changed very much, but there isn't a tutorial, so pretty much you've got to figure it out yourself and move yourself around and kind of learn everything that you've got on the screen there. So as you can see, I am at level 7, and every level you get 2 extra ability points. So as you can see there, you've got ability points right there. I've got 12 left, and then each one that I want to give it to, I can allocate just by pressing the plus button there. For example, on strength. Once I do that, certain statistics and information change on the left hand side, so statistics and defense and offense. So for example, if I choose strength, see how that's just changed there? The attack rating has completely changed. So for example, I can make myself, let's say, 8, and then give myself a lot more dexterity. And dexterity also gives you a higher rate of chance to hit and so forth. Also recovery, different things for magic. If you choose yourself endurance and energy, different levels and different things help out there too. Certain things also you have to take into consideration is the level of strength, dexterity, endurance and energy also plays a big part when you're picking up items and wanting to use items. So let's say for example we're jumping into the inventory right now. In the inventory here you can change your gear by just trying to find the right armor for you that suits your character. As you can see up the top, it tells you the items that you've already equipped it. So as you can see, I've got thief armor at armor 16. Down the bottom, if I move it down here, there you go. Here, this one is a gold armor plate, which is really cool. This is really early in the game, and you really can't sometimes get these drops. And this one, basically, as you can see, it gives you plus 16, but then there's also plus strength, plus 10 HP, plus mana regeneration, and plus 4 to armor. So something like that you'd really want to equip. So you equip that, and as you can see then the white ones are not as strong, nowhere near as strong. So for example, if you don't want that anymore, you can also sell it very quickly by pressing the transmute button. By doing that you sell it automatically and it just clears out what stuff you don't really need. So that's the inventory. Inventory works very simple, not too complicated at all. Let me just jump back in again. Yeah, so we got all the different categories on the left, on the right there. You got different potions and equipments for your belts, your shoes, your gauntlets, everything. Up the top there as well, here are your skills. There are a total of 16 skills. 8 in the normal class, and then 8 in the specialization class. Now the first ones up the top, as you can see, are the active, and the ones underneath are the passive. Now the passive pretty much happen automatically. For example, we've got this one here, ambidextrous. You just gain bonus points for your offhand weapons and so forth. So everything you like, and also here reflex, your dodge increase rating basically goes up when you choose it. So that is like automatic stuff that happens straight away. Down the bottom here, once you unlock level 12, you get the specialization, and you get 4 more active and 4 more passive down there too. Then you've got Celeste and your other 4 other fairies that help you. You can switch and swap them anytime you like, and they help you out through the game. Then here you've got your quest log. Your quest log basically tells you what you need to do, what you have accomplished, and what you've got left to do. You can make certain things your active quests, so you'll know where to go and find them along the screen. And the most important part, which I said to you before in the game, is the map. The map is very important. It's going to be one of your best friends in the game, because the game is 5 times bigger than the original one. So as you can see right now, we're in the map, and you've got all sorts of things. You've got exits, and if you want, you can bring up a legend, and it tells you where all your players are, all the characters are, where your objectives are, where you've gone, where you haven't unexplored, and where you have explored. Everything is in there, so it's fantastic. So apart from that, that's pretty much it. So in a nutshell, that's how the game works, online and offline. This game is one of the most interesting and fun RPG action games on the Apple iPhone. Gameloft have done a great job at this. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump out of here, because I'm not going to tell you anymore. You're going to have to get it yourself and have fun playing it. Capsule Computers gives Dungeon Hunter 2 9 capsules out of 10. Pick it up from the Apple iTunes Store. It's currently available right now. Do not miss out on this. It's a fantastic title. Pick it up as a Christmas present and enjoy. Have fun online with your friends or offline on your own. So thanks for watching. Master App signing out from CapsuleComputers.com.